business at Penn, and next year I'll be working in California. So today I want to share about how I met Christ. I first accepted Christ actually after moving to Alabama from China at age 10. However, through high school, I let my doubts erode my faith, and dating someone who openly criticized religion for 2 years turned me more agnostic than anything. I barely thought about God when I started college, and I lived by what the world told me. Work hard, play harder. By the end of freshman year, I felt miserable. I still drunk texted my ex. I wasn't happy with the type of people I hung around, and I was driven by so much pride and envy that I judged others to make myself feel better. I looked at myself in the mirror, and I didn't like that person. So the summer of 2011, I embarked on a soul-searching journey. I gave up meat and alcohol. I did yoga, exercise, and studied philosophy. What resonated with me is the Greek notion of arete, which argues that striving for excellence is a path to self-fulfillment and happiness. So I believe this and work really hard to be excellent as a student and as an athlete on the varsity fencing team. Inevitably, I put my identity in the results of my labor. Pushed to the extreme, I had emotional breakdowns after losing fencing bouts, even in practice, and I would be upset for days on end when a competition doesn't go well. I did get better grades and beat more people in fencing, but the good feeling passed away quickly, and what was left is just the fear that I wouldn't be able to keep it up. I wouldn't be able to push myself for excellence, and I was so afraid that at one point I would just fail and not get up again. Yet God is faithful and never stopped pursuing me. In the spring of 2012, a GCC sister's testimony about God's healing in her past relationship resonated deeply with my still broken heart. During that conversation, I remembered a poster I saw at the dentist's office years ago with the poem, "Footprints in the Sand." So an excerpt from this poem says, "I said to the Lord, I have noticed that during the most trying periods of my life, there have only been one set of footprints in the sand. Why, when I needed you the most, you have not been there for me?" The Lord replied, "The times when you have seen only one set of footprints was when I carried you." At that moment, I started seeing his every footstep through my darkest times. I started seeing how God put people and situations in my life to help me and lead me to that very moment. The painful experiences were not pointless or wasted time, and the sorrow in my life had purpose. That night, I seriously started contemplating the reality of the existence of God in the Bible, the truth of the truth of the gospel, and the implications if all this were true. Because then I realized that if this was all true, nothing else mattered. Since then, God has changed my life piece by piece. I still struggle a lot to come to terms with concepts like grace, unconditional love, and Christ's sacrifice. But through the GCC family group, retreats, and reading his words, I've tasted goodness and joy that transcends any concepts in my mind. As I reflect on this past 4 years, I'm truly grateful to find this peace and purpose that I know nothing else in this world could give me. So I want to leave with this verse from Psalm 16:11. "You made known to me the path of life. In your presence, there's fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." Thank you.